Hey everybody, what is up? Free Agent Bowler coming to you from beautiful yet very, very smoky and hazy Colorado. For those of you that don't know, the western half of the United States out here in Colorado, Arizona, California, we've got some major fires burning right now, and if any of you could find it in your pocketbook or your heart to donate a couple bucks to the firefighters that are out there doing this, trying to get these things extinguished, that would be hugely helpful. I know they're short on materials, they're short on manpower, they're short on a lot of things, and anything we could do to help would be greatly appreciated. As you can see though, I am standing here in front of Arapahoe Bowling Center. We are getting ready to go in and shoot a review. Now, this was supposed to be the Honey Badger Revival. I put a what's next clip in the last video I did, and yeah, we had an issue with that ball. It actually fell out of my hands as I was carrying it to the parking lot. Hit the asphalt and rolled about 100 yards, give or take, maybe 97 we'll call it, but rolled a long ways in the middle of a really rough asphalt parking lot. Totally ruined and destroyed the ball itself. So I've got a new one coming. It's supposed to be here today, and I'll probably shoot that review video next week. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give you a ball that I just got my 10 games on, at least enough to be able to tell you what I think about it. That's the Jackal Flash. And I've also got the Alpha Jackal with me, and we're gonna look at both of those. We'll compare motion, and then I will show you my fall arsenal. So I just got a new truck. Let me show you. I just got this new truck here. Real nice truck, actually. Just got that, and unfortunately, I don't have the room to carry the equipment like I did in my SUV. So everything's in the truck now. So I've kind of condensed my arsenal and tried to build something a little more well-rounded. The reason I did that, number one, was space, but number two, I was getting some motions that were really similar. And then with this new shot they've got going on here at Arapahoe Bowling Center on my Wednesday night scratch league, it's been really tough. It's been heavy, kind of erratic and tight. So I had to kind of change my arsenal a little bit to make it work. So I'll show you my new fall arsenal, and this should be a good video. So here we go. Let's get in there. Let's do this. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. As always, thank you for being a patron of this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Here we go, guys. 3 promises right off the bat. Number 1, I am a non-staff player. This is a non-staff review. I just like to do this. I like to try new stuff, and if I can throw together a video that helps you decide on whether something works for you or it doesn't, guess what I'm going to do? Throw together a video. Hell, why not, right? Number 2, guys, every ball that I review has at least 10 games on it. This had 12 or 13 at the shooting of this video. And then number 3, guys, is just about honesty. I want you guys to know when you watch my videos, you're getting an honest, unbiased review based on nothing but what the ball does and how the ball has performed for me. With that said, I want to announce that I am now partnered with Buddy's Pro Shop, buddysproshop.com. Make sure you use the code FABOWL5 to get 5% off your order. Great group over there. Chris and the guys, fantastic. That said, let's roll. All right, so where do I start with this ball? Okay, so this is Motiv's newest high-performance, big-time ball. It's an asymmetric, heavy oil pearl. It's got the Predator V2 core in it, which was in the Alpha Jackal and the Jackal Ghost. It's got an all-new reactive cover stock on it. They call it the Infusion HV, I believe. And it comes from the factory with a 5,000 polish, right? So in the screen before this, in the shot before this, the intro sheet, I put on there my finish is 1,000, and it is. It's lightly scuffed with 1,000. Let me explain why. This ball is designed to be clean down lane with very strong back end motion, and it is without question the most angular ball that I have ever thrown. I mean, the Allure was super angular, the Honey Badger was super angular, but none of them looked like this one. So, and it was so much, guys, that I couldn't hardly use it. I couldn't use it on heavy lanes. I couldn't use it on dry lanes. I couldn't use it. It just was too much for everything. So I said, I gotta take this down and smooth this out a little bit. So we hit it lightly with 1,000, and then just really light again with a 1,500, and it's actually really changed the ball to a more favorable motion for me. But the hallmark of this ball, without question, is just drive and finish. This is by far and away the hardest hitting Motiv bowling ball that I have thrown, and I've thrown quite a few of them, and this one has no equal. It is so insanely powerful through the deck that it's really impressive. It's a fast ball when it's pearl. When it's polished up, it's fast. The move happens fast. I took some of that out of it with what you see here with my surface change, but this is a fast ball. This is a ball that's going to pop off the spot right now. I really think this ball is designed, not designed, but certainly fits better for speed dominant or rev dominant players, or even high speed, high rev matched players. I've seen a couple of lower speed guys throw this, and it doesn't look great in their hands. I've seen a couple of lower rev guys throw this, and they've actually had some success. Not as much as the speed dominant bowlers. Maybe a guy who's a 250 RPM guy. I think this is a ball you can throw and generate a ton of motion with, and it's really impressive motion. And honestly, the condition on these lanes this day was not ideal, but this ball has super motion, and it really is a ball that I think a lot of people are going to be able to use. But be aware, this son of a gun is going to move on you, man. It is going to go quick and fast, and you're going to say, what in the hell? How did I just leave that? And it's going to be because it popped off the spot so hard and so fast you didn't see it coming. But it hits like an absolute truck. This thing is impressive. An impressive piece by Motiv. I was a little skeptical. I just thought, well, I don't know, we'll see. But I actually really like it a lot. The super low RG is huge, and it has a ton of differential, so it's going to rev and it's going to go. And I think you guys are going to be impressed. So definitely a ball worthy of consideration. We finished this game out at 215. Not bad, not good, just kind of middle of the road. But I would accept that. I would never use that ball on the shot that we just filmed on. So does it make the bag, and is it the main bag or one of the totes? Well, I'm undecided right now. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm going to create a place for it. I'm just not sure where it's at or what the surface looks like when I get there. So final grade is an A. And let's get to the grade sheet. So appearance-wise, this thing is a beaut. Let me tell you, man, it is astoundingly gorgeous. If you're a Dolphins fan, you better own this ball, seriously. Appearance, 9 points. Reliability, that is the motion that's built into the ball reliable? And the answer is yes, absolutely yes. But for me, that 9 is only after the surface change. Prior to that surface change, it would have never been near that 9 points. Repeatability is, if I do the same thing every time, does the ball do the same thing every time? And the answer is, yeah, most of the time. There are sometimes you get a little weird flyer. But what makes up for that is the finish and the hitting power. This thing is beastly through the deck, and just as it finishes through the pocket, it is fantastic. So 44 points in an A, and you see the price to performance ratio there is 0.88. Anything above 0.86 is worthy of consideration, so you may want to look at it. Let's look at some different angles of attack here. So first shot, we just play that typical inside line down at 20, out and then in, and the ball can do that pretty easily. And really, if you're an even higher rev guy than myself, you're going to be able to spin this thing for days and basically open it up as wide as you want to open it up. Now, for me, I tried the backup shot, not the backup ball, but the backup shot where you go, 25-20 out to about 10 and then back in. And surprisingly, it just kind of slid down the lane. But like I said, this condition was so strange this day. It was hard to really predict what it was going to do when I did that. So here's a couple of shots with the Alpha Jackal right next to it. So I took shots from the game and then shots after the game with the Alpha Jackal and paired them. So here you go. Comes up real nice. Leave a 10, maybe a hair late to the pocket, but that's built into the ball. Here's the Alpha Jackal, and you just see how much smoother that ball is, how much earlier it wants to read, and how much smoother it is. So here we go. This one crosses over. It's the one where we get those two out. But here we go. Same shot. It doesn't quite go as hard, right? Motion is very similar, but it's different. And it's about 4 boards different between the two. So they could certainly work in tandem with one another pretty easily. Here is the 2020 Fall Arsenal. This is what I'm using this fall, and these could be replaced by new stuff. It just depends on what they are. So first one, which never leaves the bag, is the Venom Shock. This is my typical line with the Venom Shock right here, the high hard one. I absolutely love this ball. I don't know that Motiv has ever made a ball like this before. I'm sure they did. I had 18 years off. Maybe there was something as good, but that has got to be the best Motiv ball I've ever thrown. And surprise, surprise, speak of Motiv, the Forge Fire is back in the mix. This ball is finished at 800. Check it out. Nice, smooth, early motion, which is what I need on this shot that I'm bowling on predominantly. So we changed that. I go high hard one here, and boom, you see what happens. That ball's changed a lot since the surface change. Definitely a good one. IQ Tour Nano Pearl. It's got to be one of the best pearls, if not the best pearl on the market. Just such a smooth, usable, friendly ball. It's a ball that's not going to get you in a ton of trouble, and it's a ball that's got enough in it that it could save you if you're making bad shots, So definitely one worthy of having. This is the Radical Results. Shot a 300 in the review video with this, and I've shot 1 or 2 since. And yeah, it's a beautiful ball. It's just a beautiful piece. This condition is not indicative of the ball. I want you to see the motions. So you see when it hooks, it goes a lot. That's what that ball is designed to do. And surprise, surprise, the Phase 3 is back in the bag. Probably should have never taken it out, but I wanted to see some other stuff. This ball is finished at 2,000. Really love this ball. 2,000, little bit of lane shine, and this thing is just glorious. It is a fantastic bowling ball. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, and then we get to the Deviate Decree. I want you to pay attention to the motion on this ball. It is just so much smoother. It's almost like it's lazy down lane. Watch this. Same shot. Swing it a little, and look, it just is nice and smooth into the pocket. There's no pop off the spot. There's no weird stuff going on. It just has a beautiful motion to it. I love that ball. If you haven't checked it out, you certainly should. At least give it some consideration. So what's in the main tote? It's the Parallax, the Axiom, and the Allure. The Allure, in my mind, has got to be one of the most underrated balls on the market. I think it's a tremendous pearl. Just a great ball. It's worthy of consideration. So what's next? What am I bringing to you next? Well, it's this. I don't have video. But the Black Pearl Bloody Ocean is coming at you next. This is going to be a good one. So I want to say thanks to buddiesproshop.com, and don't forget to use that FABOWL5 code to get 5% off your next order. Those guys are great over there. Make sure you support them. I want to say thank you to Arapahoe Bowling Center for always giving me the opportunity to come in and do what I do. These guys are great. It's a family-owned center. That's a bowler's house. Make sure you check them out. And then, of course, Bobby's Pro Shop. Bobby's my guy. He's one of my favorites. Make sure you look him up if you're in the Denver area and need a ball, bag, shoes, whatever. He can do it all. Make sure you go talk to him. And then, of course, I want to say thanks to you guys. I really appreciate you coming in. Make sure you subscribe for the latest stuff. And if you got questions, comments, feedback, email me right there. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.